See that, guys? See that screw right there? So yeah, don't just assume the motor's locked up. Hey guys, check out my Facebook Marketplace find. 20 bucks. Pioneer 3071. I was just cruising on there and I saw this. I was like, oh damn, $20. That's my kind of price. But yeah, these are cool old saws. 65 cc's, I think. And I thought, shoot, for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. Now look at this. She's froze up. But again, 20 bucks, you can't complain. And the nice thing is, check this out. So I got this, but I also had a whole nother one that I've had kicking around here forever that was missing some parts. It's missing the ignition, I think, and some other stuff. This one pulls over though. So I think between the two, I can make a pretty cool saw. But yeah, they're neat. Look at that full wrap on them. Just a rugged looking old beast, cool looking muffler. So yeah, look at that. Two 3071s. And it's weird how that stuff comes around, because I didn't want to spend the 20 bucks, and then I thought, ah crap, $20, just buy the damn thing. And then the next job I went to, the old man gave me a $20 tip, so I got it for free basically. Isn't that cool? It's weird how that stuff operates. And like the same thing, like it seems like things come in twos and threes. Like I've had this one kicking around for a while. What are the odds another one's gonna pop up on Facebook? And then look at this. You guys ever seen a chain guard like this, a scabbard like this? Sort of cool. It has like a little springy ding thing right here. I never seen one like that. So yeah, you just go like that, boom, put it on. Chomp, chomp, chomp. So that was sort of interesting. All that fine stuff for $20. And like I said, I've had this one laying around. And I thought it was cool, but yeah, it was missing some stuff. So now I got everything to make one. So I thought in today's video, we'll sort of take a look at this one and see if it's actually froze up. Because sometimes it's the starter, or it could be the clutch side. It could be the clutch side because the chain doesn't move either. So maybe the motor is still good in this thing. So let's do some investigating and see what's the problem with this thing. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. See what's going on with it. Let's take the clutch side off first. Take the barn chain off, see what it looks like. Woo, I can smell the old gas in this thing. She's been sitting for a while. But yeah, don't always assume that the motor's froze up, because yeah, sometimes it's the starter, sometimes it's the clutch. Let's take a look. Nice little Oregon bar. Doesn't look like it's worn too bad. The chain's pretty much roached on it, but so let's see. So it's not the clutch. Clutch turns. Okay. So it's not the that side. Let's see what's going on under here. Oh man. This last screw is froze, so we're going to try the old impact hammer on it. So yeah, she hasn't been apart in a while. Come on, bitch. Flopping around too much. There she goes. The impact driver. Or the impact screwdriver. Gets them every time. Well, almost every time. Okay. Wow, looks pretty clean inside. Whoa. What just fell off? Oh yeah, these have that weird deal that goes here. I can't even remember how they work. See how it has that twisty thing? Somehow it catches on here, and oh, when you go like that, it pushes it up. Okay, whatever. It's sort of a funky setup. Well, yeah, let's see. What's she feel like? Oh, it turns over. Oh, look at that. Huh. Look at that. There's a screw right there. See it? See that, guys? See that screw right there? Where do you suppose that came from? Interesting. So see, that screw was probably locking it up in there. Let's get it out of there. Just a little tiny screw. What else we got going on in here? Wow, it looks pretty clean inside. Look at that. Any other damage? Lord knows where that little screw came from. But that's interesting. Well, let's put it back together, see if it'll fire. Oh, there's where the screw came from, guys. Where'd that screw go? Right there. See it? Oh, wait a minute. What the? So you put the end of the rope in here. Screw this on and then wind it up. That's funky. Okay, whatever. Let me fix it. Look at this, guys. So I got the starter all back together. It took me like a frickin' hour to get the spring back in it. What a pain in the butt. But I actually used some of the parts off that other part saw to get the starter going. So the part saw already helped us out. But look at this. She's got compression. She turns over. And I check spark. It's got spark. So yeah, it just goes to show you, don't always assume the motor's locked up in them. So yeah, what it was that screw. That screw, one of these little screws that holds the pulley together. It just, one of them fell out and then jammed the whole thing up. So yeah, I got that all back together. And I was able to put the nicer starter off the other one on this one. See, we're already making a nice saw. So yeah, now I took the fuel cap off and man, that's some nasty old gas in there. I'll show you. But yeah, look at this. Look at this nasty gas. Oh! It's like freaking syrup. Woo! It stinks. Nasty. Oh, God. how that gas smells like when you find an old car like in the junkyard that's been sitting for 50 years. Ugh, nasty. Nasty old gas. It doesn't look too bad in there. Is there a fuel line? I doubt it'll pull fuel, but there's the funky air filter. Spray a little lube in there, but yeah, the saw's actually pretty clean, like it's never hardly been used. That's crazy. Pretty clean old saw. Should we see if she pops? Let's do it. Let's see if she pops off just for the hell of it. Whoa! Look at that. She runs. That's crazy. I wonder, I mean, in the fuel line all looks intact on it. Okay, guys, jumping ahead, I did some more investigating on the fuel lines, and yeah, the one inside the tank was rotted off, and the fuel filter was garbage, and then this line was junk too. So I actually found a video on YouTube of Andrew Butler Outdoors, and he actually did a video on these, on how to do the fuel line, and so that helped me out a lot. Thanks, Andrew. I'll put a link to his video on here so you can see it, but basically there's a and it was really helpful. Thank you, Andrew. But there's a little fitting right here, and it just unscrews. You just get some pliers and just unscrew it out of there, and then you can pull the other part out that's inside the tank. So yeah, it was actually pretty easy. So anyways, watch Andrew's video if you need to do a fuel line on one of these. It was very helpful. So now let's see if this thing fires up and pulls fuel on its own. Here's another little oddity on these things. So see, it has this cover over here, transistorized ignition. But check this out. There's nothing underneath it. There's nothing in there. But I looked at that other part saw, and apparently maybe this one's been retrofitted because it has like a newer looking coil on the other side. But so check this out. This one, I took the cover off, and it has like a coil and then a big condenser looking thing, and then the spark plug wire came out right there. And then it's got another coil over here. Yeah, it just looks like sort of a complicated, weird system. So maybe that went by the wayside and they just switched to like a regular electronic coil on them, because that's what this has. I'll put up a picture of it, but sort of interesting. And then one more mystery. See that right there? It's got like a little glass or like plastic window right there. See that? The frick is that, I wonder? Anybody know what that is? Sort of interesting, like a fuel level indicator maybe? Sort of odd. This other saw has one too, see it? So anyways, another little oddity. But yeah, see, I took the bucking spike off the other one and put it on this one. So yeah, sort of a mix and match. I'm going to take this cleaner clutch cover off and put it on this one, because this other one's sort of worse shape as far as the paint goes. So yeah, a little mixing and matching, and we'll fire it up. Oh, I threw a carb kit in it too. Okay, let's see if she runs. it is, guys. It runs, and it runs good like a new one. Like I said, I think this thing doesn't have very many hours on it. It's really clean and hardly any dirt or grease inside of it, so she's a crisp one. The ignition switch doesn't work, so I had to choke it to shut it off. And I put another ignition switch in it, and it still won't shut off, so I'm gonna have to fool with that. But yeah, there's the old $20 Facebook Marketplace special. She runs good. Yeah, she starts and runs good. But yeah, don't just assume the motor's locked up in them, guys. I'd say like 50% of the time it's just something peripheral, like the starter or a clutch or something weird. This one, even the chain was all stuck on there because the oil was so old that the chain was like glued into the bar and it wouldn't move, so everything was just froze up from sitting. And then this one, the screw fell off in the starter and jammed it all up. So yeah, she runs good. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Until I find some other junker to fire up, we'll catch you on the next one.